What do you believe in? Are you a religious person? Do you think you can shape the world with just your action and your effort? These are all hard questions, but I know I can answer at least the last one. And the answer is yes. I believe in a society in which everybody's actions matter. I believe that individuals together can shape their society, change it so it suits them. Maybe even make it a better one, for all of us. This is socialism. I am a socialist, or more specifically, a liberal socialist. But let me first explain. Let's start with an idea, and then the symbol you saw in the thumbnail. So the idea is that people are born to be free, but there are some who wish to take this right and keep it only for themselves. They aim to rule, to subjugate, and to control. These other people are the nobles and the monarchy, the fascist or Nazi, and every other kind of authoritarian government. For example, the Soviets during the Russian communism. If you know history just a little bit, you'll know what associates all of these systems is the absence of democracy. Democracy is the concept that we are not subjugated by a small group of human beings, or just one. Democracy is the system where people try to live together, where every idea counts as long as the majority of us agrees on that. In democracy we have the power to make decisions, sometimes by direct voting, and most of the time sending representatives that we trust to make decisions for us. In democracy, there are no rules that can affect what you think, or what you write, or what you say. But you cannot use the power of speech, which we all have, to lie for yours or others' interests. So basically your rights stop when the others begin. It is as simple as that, but of course this is when the system is working just as intended. So, through democracy we might be free, but why socialism then? Let me tell you. From a political and philosophical point of view, what I just described, what democracy is called liberalism. Pure liberalism, though, takes the personal freedoms to a whole new level. The individual is not only free, he's basically alone. This means that there is no force to regulate human being acting, and if there is, it's very weak and absent from the people's life. So absent, in fact, that citizens are not shielded from anyone's wrong acting. So if, for example, a lobby or a small group try to control their peers, there is no power strong enough to stop them. In this kind of society there is a structure, for example a government, that makes decisions for all, but it is still every man for himself. You might think that what I'm describing is anarchy, but it is actually the society in which most of us are living in. If you are not, you are probably just controlled by one of these societies. When liberalism grows into the economy, it becomes first liberalism and then the capitalism that we all know and love. And so in no time, workers are treated like slaves, because there is no government regulation, and so who control the companies can just do what he or she wants. If you didn't notice, companies are becoming stronger than nations. They know what you are, they know what you like and think. They can decide what you can or cannot view on the internet, and they can decide what your pay grade is, of course. All of that because there is no regulation. This is where socialism takes place. At the basis of socialism, there is this stupid idea that we all live in a society, so nobody should be above the others. And so there shouldn't be any differentiation between religion, gender, and no, not race. You wanna know why? Because there is only one damn race, the human race. And saying that a different skin color makes a different race, it's like saying that two cars of the same model are completely different because one is blue and the other one is red. But, going back to socialism, we all live together and this is great. So because we live together, we should build a society in which nobody tries to overcome the other, but we instead help each other. And so it is nothing different than a community, or a big community in our case. A community where we respect the person next door, whoever he or she might be. I'm not saying that we all need to be friends, I'm talking about respect. Respect and of course equal rights. And so a society where no part can take over the other and control it for its interest. This is socialism. But just like liberalism, it can lose control. This is why the two ideas need to go together. What I talked about in these few minutes was pictured by the Social Democratic German Party in 1932. And so this symbol was born. The three arrows represent the fight for human rights and freedom. Also, by going against these three specific systems, monarchy, fascism and communism, they represent their opposite. An equal society, where the few are not above the many, where the people among the same race are not trying to subjugate the others through war and rage. And where we all live in a community, yes, but we can be what we want. If you combine these three arrows, you make something beautiful and almost perfect. You create liberal socialism. You create Freequality.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard.